What's up, everybody? It's your girl Charisma here. We're back at it again with another one. I don't know if Michael Myers or Jason hijacked Jay Wells' flight, but he is not here. He is missing MIA. It is getting real crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious in San Jose today. We have another special guest on here. Another underdog came in to show out, along with, Mr. Leo Godspeed on the ones and twos. Leo, hit that shit.
Hey, round it all shit. Shout out Donnie B and the Slow Burn Crew on the beat. Love. My work is done before the rooster cluck. Pressure ain't new to us. Numbers on the line, they see but won't say the crew is up. If you don't let us, then don't keep it touching. We put in leg work, nothing but time to show you suckers some. Remember waking up next to my little bruh, smoking cat piss and sipping yak for Aiden Crutch. I seen some fam, ain't no say because I picked the mic up. College degrees can never pay me none. You jeopardize the way we see the sun. Ain't no community with self-drive unless you pick your brother up. I'm breaking bread unless you giving crimes. If you ain't had to overcome a fucking thing, the homie bite your tongue. Can show you things that had you feeling numb. Can tell you stories about the twists and turns that shaped who I become. Can second guess if I stick to my guns. And if I'm dying on my shield, then don't expect me to tuck and run. I want the world, but it's gonna take time. Shit, distractions sitting on my FaceTime. Bitches, got space tomorrow, I'ma break spine and get back to the work to show these rappers a slap without the same rhymes. But it's gonna take time. Distractions sitting on my FaceTime. Got space tomorrow, I'ma break spine and get back to the work to show these rappers they can't rhyme. Around the way to know who the best is. We in the stagnant, fucked up world. I block the noise and stay progressive. I make it point to y'all just get defensive. I've been a threat inside this game so long, but y'all won't give me credit. I grip the pen and pad when I feel tension. I was picking up the bottle too often, it was a heavy sentence. Killed the ego, pride was in corrections. I love the fan before I die on eyes, so time is of the essence. Remember seeing microphones as a kid. Pops was putting me on game, East Coast rappers and Tims. I love the bay, but I got weird fish. Yeah, it's P. So I got,
Any given bars. That was Tony P. Everybody, give it up for Tony P. Give it up for him one time. That was awesome. That was amazing. I've heard of your music before and I've always been a fan of your music. Now tell your new fans, how do you make your music? What influence your lyrics? What puts the lyrics in your brain? How do you do it? Give us the secret sauce.
honestly, man, I think it's just taking a step back really and looking at the world today and how we're just so like fixated on the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Just like my boy was talking about earlier, Roscoe, just before I came on here. Just like we're on the same type of timing. And I think that's just what we stand for as artists. You know what I mean? It's just to pick out the bad seeds, call them out if you need to, and you know what I mean. Just keep it real. You know what I mean. We don't have to like puff our chest every time we walk around and everything. So that's pretty much it.
So that's amazing. That's amazing. So now, if we all got invited with you to go to the studio, what does a studio session with you specifically look like? Starting from when you walk in to when you end, like what do you be drinking? Like
Yeah.
what helps you in the studio?
Well, I think my writing process is very different from the studio process because I already come ready. I don't like to be in the studio. I'm very different from certain artists. I have friends in my group too, that love to be like on the spot and that's where they thrive. But I've noticed that, especially recently, that I really thrive kind of by myself. I'll write in my car if I need to, but that's where I
Mm.
really thrive. Um, but they're welcome to come to the studio with me because it's done already. So it's just vibes always in the studio with me and we're just chopping it up. But the whole writing process is very different.
And can you explain your writing process? How long does it take you to write a song? Like
Mm,
what's the whole thing?
yeah. Uh, well, honestly, it's funny. I've had conversations like this before, but it's really having a conversation with yourself because sitting down and trying to think of a prompt sometimes doesn't work. You have to
Mm.
live life too, and whatever you're thinking about, literally have a conversation. Uh, Things I like to touch on when I write is the who's, what, when's, and how's. And if after they listen to my song, like or whether it's rap, R&B, doesn't matter. I don't want them to have a question about the who, what, when's, and how's. All those answers, like questions, are going to be answered
Mhm.
already. If that makes sense.
Oh, that's awesome. I've never heard That's the first time I've heard an artist really going like into detail about that, especially in the way that you did it. So you said you do rap and you do R&B. Does that mean that you sing a little bit?
Right, yeah. Honestly, I'm really driven and inspired by the early 2000s R&B,
Ooh,
like the whole like Aaliyah era and all that. Like, just that Timberland type of bounce. I love it. So I'm
that's
trying to bring it back
awesome.
really.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Well, I know I asked Roscoe this question beforehand, but I also want to ask you, since you are in a collective called the Underdogs,
Mm.
what does being an underdog mean to you?
Man, it's almost hard to put into words because it saved me becoming an underdog. Um, Only because you really aren't anything without a team. As weird as it sounds, like you know what I mean? I have respect for everyone. You could have confidence in yourself,
Mhm.
but you are nothing without a team. You can't go anywhere without a team. We have the same mindset and like we're like passionately very very driven and we're a production company to say the least. If you want videos, we got it. Shout out my boy Soul, Weez, Joel. Like they're the three that really started it off, right? And they put us on. But we're a real production company, like to say the least. We could do videos. We could really record music, anything you could think of. Like we got you. You know what I mean? That's really how it started. People that didn't have like the financial like help or anything to really start anything. That's when my boy Soul came in to play and really helped us all out. And just here we are.
Wow.
Snowball effect.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And then how many of you guys are in this collective as a whole? Do you know how many?
Somewhere between 10 to 12. I don't know why, but
Wow.
a good like portion of us are they're just producers too.
Mhm.
So yeah, we got like 10, 11.
Wow. Definitely a whole team, definitely whole production behind you.
Absolutely.
You got to have an army behind you, right? That's what
Right?
they say.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Shout out the underdogs. Shout
Right.
out Tony P.
Thank you.
This was Any Given Bars. It's your girl Charisma
I
here.
appreciate you.
We're taking the place of Jay Wells, so I hope you guys like my beautiful voice on here. Shout out to Leo Godspeed on the ones and twos.
Sir.
We had to bring the squad in today. It's getting, like I keep saying, it's getting real crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious outside. It is Halloween, so we getting a little spooky. This was Any Given Bars. Thank you for tuning in. Check out Tony P's episode, and we got to go do some other stuff. So we'll see you later.
Boom. You seen that, right? Hosted by Jay Wells, powered by M. That was Any Given Bars, man. Subscribe below. Follow the IG. Subscribe to the YouTube, man, for all the full episodes. You know what I mean? And tell us who need to be on this thing. Who guessing? Who's next up? You know what I mean? Oh, you know what? Who been got it and need to come on the show is why they got it. Yeah. Any Given Bars, powered by Emblem. Let's go.